What is that thing up in the sky? Who's that lady standing in the road? I know that's not a bear. Could it be a guy? At this point, anything is possible. If you know, you know. Coming to you indirectly from somewhere beneath a haunted Midwestern sky, the OG couple guaranteed to make your social gathering unforgettable or die trying. This crap's going off the rails and we've had to re-enlist. It's time for your favorite podcast. It's time to say, welcome to the Paranormal Sideshow with your host, John and Stacey Edwards. Hello. Welcome to the Paranormal Sideshow. I'm your host, John Edwards, joined as always by my lovely wife, Stacey.
Hello.
And holy crap, you guys. You just had to have it. You just had to pull us back in. So everything just went nutty. Mm-hmm. Just nutty.
Crazy.
It's nice to be back.
It is.
But it's been, it's every time. Every damn time. It's been. I hate it. I can't stand it.
I know. I hate that it pops in my head too.
Oh, it bothers me so bad. Mm-hmm. It bothers me so bad. But no, it seems like since we haven't been doing a show, right? And it's not because we just decided one day, so that's what we sound like when we say that.
Right. That's our normal voices. Oh, yeah. Normal everyday voice.
It's just been crazy since we came up to where we're at. You know, it's been a lot of work stuff, few work things, and some work stuff. In my freest time, I've done a little Cult of Joshi podcast, so, you know, a little fun there to be had. But as far as the Paranormal Sideshow, it's not like it went away from our lives, right?
Right.
Our lives are just encompassed by paranormal. So every single day is paranormal in its own little way. Be that some kind of knock on a wall or some kind of weird thing in the sky or some kind of story that's happening. And holy crap, if anyone believes in signs, do you believe in signs, Stacey?
I do believe in signs.
I know you do.
I know you.
If you believe in signs, then the signs that have been coming, it felt like at first there was just like a little, hey guys, hi, it's the universe. How are you guys doing? Are you guys all right? It's just a little wellness check that we like to do from time to time. I'm kind of new at this job. I know the person that used to deal with you guys. Well, she quit, but I'm just trying to give you little, oh crap, you can't really hear me, can you? How does this work? Oh, I have to influence things. That's right. Let me think. What could get them to do the show? Because it's super important they do the show. I know. I'll have something in the jungle. I'll make these aliens fall out of the sky with jetpacks and abduct people. That'll get them to do the show. And then later that afternoon in our home, honey, have you seen the jetpack aliens that are abducting people? And Stacey would say,
no.
Stacey would say exactly that in that way. But a couple of months go by, everything is good, and it's like, oh, hey, look, they're having disclosure hearings. We should probably cover that.
We probably should.
And then something would happen, something, terrible. So I could only, one thing after another thing after another thing, and it seems like it kept getting bigger, and to the point where we're laughing and going, we used to look for content. Mm-hmm. It was a nonstop grind.
It was.
Was it not?
It was. It was like we had to dig and dig and dig to find stories that would fit the podcast. And now it's like we're being slapped in the face with them. Yeah, I mean,
you're the news girl. So, I mean, you had to grind all the time to find the stories, right? Mm-hmm. And I would come across stuff, send it to you constantly. You would throw out the rubbish and, keep what you could. And, even our contacts gave up. I used to get contacts all the time that were just sending me, hey, have you seen this? Hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Mm-hmm. They either were all finally taken somewhere.
Right.
I like to think they're in the same camp, being re-educated together.
Right.
all sitting in like on one pew together, not knowing they were all contacts of ours.
Trying to figure out what the connection is. Why are we all here?
They're all sitting there. There is no Bigfoot. That is ridiculous. That was swamp gas. Yes, indeed, swamp gas. But so these things kept happening. And then, we had whistleblowers. Mm-hmm. And boy, howdy. It wasn't just whistleblowers, was it?
No.
It's like, well, we're going to read you the 4,000 pages of accreditation on this whistleblower. And by the time they would get, I was bored with it. It's like I was bored with it. Were you not?
Sort of. I was like, okay, we get it. He's credible.
What happened to Hank? I trusted Hank. They're like, we have this whistleblower. He lived on the reservation down there near the near that hole they found out there in the desert. Hank, we'd like to talk to you. Hank, are you Native American? Oh, no. They let me live out here, though. They beat the shit out of me every now and then, but they still let me live out here. I don't know why. It's all right, though. Yeah, the other night, Betsy fell right down that hole. Is that your dog? No, that was my wife. But I trusted Hank,
Right.
When Hank told about the weird sounds coming out of the hole or the lights in the sky, that was enough for me because we've experienced. Mm-hmm. I understand that some people haven't, and they need those accreditations.
Right.
So those things happened. And we really wanted to cover that. We're like, okay, that's big. That's big. I think it was the fact that I couldn't say Groosh. I was like, do I say Grush? Do I say Groosh? I don't know. And we did like the weird random like episode that wasn't like a full return. There was an episode that just popped in there. Mm-hmm. It was like the half-hearted return, and I hated that episode. I'll be honest with you. I might delete it at some point. We got a few deleted episodes out there, and that one might go away at some point. This is a real return. Mm-hmm. This is filling my oats. This is like finally the universe. That lady, we're gonna go back to her. Finally, she's like, well, I've tried this and that. How about, I don't know, what would be something that really would make them just have to do it? So what would make something they just have to cover? I know. Let me get a moon-sized spaceship hurtling through space that's going to break all the rules, and it'll sound much like a three-eyed atlas. Listen. There's that, and that's probably the most docile thing that I've seen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's been, God damn that song. There have been unbelievable amounts of things, all the things happening everywhere. So we get to me being at the Bruce Wayne job. And I'm out of my favorite thing ever, which is a PI. Okay, that's a inventory. And I got a great crew now. I really do. I've talked about my crews over the years. This crew is incredible, right? Mm-hmm. It's at least 90% non-drooling. It's incredible.
Right.
And, sitting there and talking, and it kind of came up. I never, I don't bring it up. I don't bring up anything I do, anything I've ever done, because I've got like a, I have images I have to uphold. I have things I have to do.
A rep to protect. Is that what you're saying?
I have a rep to protect. I have, and I'm not kidding, guys. I don't know what you do at your job. Okay. If you get away with not doing much, God have you. I love you. I don't have that luxury. So even on vacations, there's only one dude they can call to fix certain things because it's my job, right? There's not when I'm off, it's not like someone else does my job and I come back and I'm like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah. Look what all the stuff that was done while I was gone. Wow.
If I don't push certain buttons or approve certain things,
right, that
following Monday, they're all there.
Just piles up on the desk.
And it just makes it really bad. Mm-hmm. So I never take real time off. Vacations, I'm still doing things during vacations. But I was at this job and it came up. And there was there's a couple people that, I think highly of, and, we were talking about podcasts and everything. And one of my kids, one of my new guys, right? One of my guys that I'm trying to develop has actually listened to us.
Oh, okay.
Which is horrifying in that moment when you don't know it's happened. And it's also gratifying, right? It's also gratifying because you know there's a certain connection. It's funny, over the years, people above me that have listened, it's always like we had a secret connection. Because they're telling me they listened.
Right.
But at the same time, they're probably into UFOs. At that point, you kind of know, right?
Well, yeah, because they're listening to our show. Like, you don't seek our show out unless you're looking for a certain kind of content.
Even if you seek it out, you don't listen to multiple episodes.
Right.
So that's what normally happens. People are like, oh, yeah, I was checking it out. I'll listen to 17 of them. It's like, oh, okay. I understand now. You're at least, curious. So
mildly interested.
You're mildly interested. We can explore it later.
Paracurious. Okay, anyway.
Hey, paracurious is a thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
They're at least an ally of it. So, but you got to look for the wins.
There you go.
For the wins.
There you go.
But that was really inspiring to me because I remembered, just the very fact of everybody used to contribute and very fact of how many friends we made over the years, how many connections we made globally. All the Germans and Australians and all the Australians we offended.
Oh, all the people we offended. What are you talking about?
Do you remember when the church got a hold of me?
I feel like, yes.
Like
I feel like we needed to come back because there are certain countries I don't think that we've completely offended yet.
There's a few. I think there's new countries that we can offend.
Possibly.
But do you remember when the Catholics got a hold of me?
I do remember that, yes.
So, and I used you because I was like, she was...
You're allowed to make fun because I was Catholic.
Yeah, total Roman Catholic, but no, they got a hold of... What they get mad about? They got pissed and got a hold of me.
Because of the saint brains.
Oh, God, the saint brains.
Because it was some sort of story we did about a relic, a holy relic.
That's right.
And it was like the blood thing where they make the blood like... turns to liquid once a year. I don't know. I can't remember the whole story, but it's some kind of like holy miracle or something. And you didn't really realize that they kept pieces of saints as relics. And so I think you just sort of went off about like, well, how do they decide what to keep? Like, do they have brains? What do they do?
Well, no, I remember mentally thinking, I wonder if it's like Ghostbusters 2. Like they put it on a plate. I just pictured like Bill Murray with the cat with the the cloth on, and just standing over a plate and being like, Satan, Satan,
to see if it reacts.
Jesus, it moved. And
That's funny.
Well, now that episode was Holy Saint Brains.
Yeah, it was called Holy Saint Brains.
Holy Saint Brains.
That was one of the things that they were upset about, that you named the episode Holy Saint Brains.
Oh my God. And yeah, we had the Brazilian floor wax. Was it Brazilian?
I don't know.
It was Third Side.
That was a Third Side episode.
So we were very offensive during that era.
Yeah. I think the Third Side was the worst.
And for those of you just joining in, Haunted South, we started in 2010. Mm-hmm. So officially, we had a couple episodes before that were like live and they never made it to tape. But the Haunted South started in 2010. And then in 2014, we went to the Third Side. Mm-hmm. And those are funnish. Dude, if you haven't watched Third Side, it's on YouTube. You could look up Third Side Paranormal. The whole series is on there. Mm-hmm. So we did only like 40 episodes, right? 30 episodes.
Not a lot. But we had a lot of guests on that show. And that one was really, we had a lot of serious stuff. And
I think
it was
you
really
liked that
interesting.
one a lot.
I did like that one. I liked Haunted South. It was more straight-laced.
Yeah.
And very straightforward because, we were working for other people. It wasn't just us. And then, boy, when you put us on our own, we kind of go off the rails.
Yeah, Third Side was like the kid getting out for the first time.
Right. Like, oh, we can say what? Okay.
Yeah, they encouraged it, though. Like, when we were recording Third Side, the studio that was built for us, and it was literally built for us. So the studio that Rick Bunn had built for us, Aben Studios. Love that place. It's been too long, but we went there. It was so amazing. The place is so haunted. Mm-hmm. It is so haunted, and it's ridiculous that one of the worst haunting experiences that ever happened to me happened at that place, and people just don't believe those kind of stories.
Right.
I had Raja with me, and we were there. It wasn't a recording night, and he had a haunted doll. and I forget what her name was, Dolly maybe, I don't know. But he had a haunted doll. Raja wanted to hold the haunted doll. So she just carried it around, loving it. We were actually there to film wrestling content.
Oh, yeah.
For pro wrestling. And so we went upstairs and walking around and into the unfurnished, most haunted area. And it's Raja and myself and Rick, and we're just walking around in that area. And this particular place, he made deals. Okay. I'll just say that much. I don't want to say too much about it for his privacy, but so let's just say, I already said he made deals. He built things. He built things and parlayed with the other side. Okay. He parlayed. So there was things there, right? And a lot of Japanese things were there. And I love Japan. So yeah, Japanese demons. Okay. So we're there and we're upstairs, and all of a sudden, start hearing, and those old school, they know this story, but my God, we start hearing this little, oh, Jesus Christ, it's so terrible. And it's absolutely true. You start hearing this, these little footsteps running around us. And at first you're like, your brain instantly goes to, I'm being messed with. So he's doing this somehow, or there's a critter in here.
Yeah, there's a cat or something.
There's something going on here, or there's a tape recorder. You don't know, right? And that's where your brain first goes. And then the cackling started. Why
are they always creepy like that?
But you could hear it as it's running around the room, not just around, directly around us.
Right.
And it's going around us, and your periphery, you're feeling every vibe you have is feeling. It's reaching out and touching this sound, and it's going around us, and it takes a while. It's not once, it's several times, and it's just running and giggling the entire time. Rick's calm as hell, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the Oni," and I'm just like,
poor Raja.
Yeah, Raja looks at me and she's like, I want to leave. So we do. And that's just one of those things. That place, they encouraged us to be naughty.
Right.
They encouraged us to be edgy and naughty. And we did. And we were. You don't have to encourage us too much.
No.
It's just, is there charges? Oh, okay, cool. But we went from that to doing our own thing up in Maine, is where we started Paranormal Sideshow. And the fun fact here is we're coming up on 10 years for Paranormal Sideshow. It was 2016, early 2016.
Wow.
And so we started because we moved up there January 2016, and we started the show right after. And it was our first foray into it on our own. And we were very serious at first. We had guests at the very first. We were kind of conglomeration of the two shows, and it kind of just went off to being us. I mean, and this show has went all over the place. We've had 7-hour episodes. I mean, it's literal 6 hours and something episodes.
Yeah, we've had definitely long ones.
Yeah, you talk about long form.
We've had episodes that were like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It just depends how we're feeling.
Just really what's going on. But people love those episodes. I mean, they absolutely loved them. But over the years, all the things we've done and people we've met, and, it's all because of the show, really. Even episodes of TV that we've been able to do, and books, everything has been because of the podcast. But at the end of the day, I didn't miss anything about it but the connections. I missed the people. I missed our friends.
Right.
And the friends to come. All the connections that'll happen with someone getting a hold of us randomly and being like, hey, this sounds crazy. I know. And that's all I need. That's that, at that point. And the reason that is I feel like, I don't want to call it survivors, right?
Right.
I feel like that kind of maybe cheapens people that have survived horrific events and what have you. But it's something akin to that when you've had an experience, because of the deniers and the people that just don't believe, and the people that, it's looked down. It's not now like it was, right?
Right.
When we started this, it was absolutely laughed at, scoffed at. The world has changed. For whatever reason, the world has changed immensely. Things that, and we joke about this all the time, but things that we have early episodes of talking about as conspiracy theories are 100% facts.
Oh, I definitely feel like more people believe in paranormal stuff now.
Dude, we talked about, we have whole episodes about things that are just commonplace now. And, like one of the biggest letdowns for me, or one of the biggest eye openers for me, was when like all the stories came out about, basically UAPs are real and they're not ours. And the world didn't, it's almost like people, they didn't care.
Right.
Not like we thought they should.
Right.
People went to work the next day.
I mean, it's not like we wanted society to collapse, but, a little shaking would be fine.
I mean, maybe society had already collapsed.
Maybe.
But in keeping with the way we do things around here, we have certain things we like to do. We like to do lists. We love lists.
Lists are fun.
And then we like news. Weird news.
Definitely going to have some of that.
So before we do any of that, I want you to tell everyone what you just signed me up for.
Oh, this is so great. Let me find it. Hold on. I've got a thing. Oh, okay. So there is a contest going on. For anybody out there that wants to do this, there's a contest that is being held by, what is the website? Casino.org, I think. Okay. And so what it is you sign.
That's how Stacey spends her afternoons. Glass of wine, casino.org.
Yeah. So you sign up. They are looking for someone. They're going to pay one lucky person. They say lucky to spend a weekend ghost hunting inside Las Vegas's oldest casino hotel, the legendary El Cortez Hotel and Casino. So what it is you sign up. It's like a contest. You don't have to write essays or anything. You basically just give them your name and your age.
You're upset we didn't have to write an essay.
I really wanted to tell them why you would be perfect for this. But you have between now and October 31st, I think, to sign up. And you send your application in. They choose someone. You have to be 21 or older. And they will choose a winner. And the person who wins will be flown to Las Vegas. You will spend an entire weekend by yourself in the hotel.
Can I just say something real quick?
Uh-huh.
So if this place is demonic.
It doesn't say demonic.
Well, it's Las Vegas. Isn't that where Zach lives?
It is, yes.
Okay. So just on the off chance. And here I am flying.
Right.
You know how these things are. They screw with stuff. Can I drive?
I mean, they pay to fly you out there, so I wouldn't drive. I mean, that's a long drive.
Okay,
you would be tired.
All right.
So what it is they choose the winner, and at some point before December 8th or something like that, you have to go out there, spend a weekend by yourself. They'll give you $500 up front to buy some ghost hunting equipment, which we already own anyway. And they want you to explore the property, walk through the hotel corridors, the casino floor, any areas that are rumored to be haunted, especially at night, it says. You use your ghost hunting equipment, you capture evidence, and you journal whatever you find.
Can I live stream?
I don't know. It doesn't say. And then you compile a report about your findings, whatever you thought was scary, funny, anything mysterious that happened, and you submit it to them by December 10th. And when you do, then they give you the rest of the $5,000, and that's your prize.
Wow.
I mean, it's just being able to be there for a whole weekend by yourself just seems like a prize to me.
I'd probably pay $5,000.
I mean, the oldest casino hotel, I don't know anything about this casino hotel.
It's not,
but
yeah, I mean, it sounds cool, right? The Cortez. It just sounds, or El Cortez.
Whenever I don't have this information, but whenever we were reading about this, didn't it say something about that hotel has ashes of former workers in the basement?
Yes,
that weren't for some reason.
I think it also said allegedly
normally
in there for legal purposes. We'll have to get with our lawyer here, Stanley.
It was spread the ashes kind of situation.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was a spread the ashes. I don't think it was because they hoped to be buried in the bottom of their work.
I think they didn't have anywhere else.
I think it was probably more on the old school Vegas,
Oh, right, okay.
You've disappointed me kind of thing. It's one of those things.
Oh, I think it's funny. They're going to give you $500 to cover food, drinks, and ghost hunting equipment. Do they know how much ghost hunting equipment costs?
I think the only thing you could get for that would be like you remember the old cheap red top like EMF that goes off
With
if
like
you
a little
fart.
extra piece that you can hold
Yeah.
out and it like beeps. Yeah, I think we still have one of those somewhere.
Oh God!
You get a K2 meter.
Can you imagine going in with the K2 meter and like some of the trash that's been made over the last?
I'd say tape recorder, but I don't think you can buy a tape recorder now.
I've still got one.
Do you? Well, there you go. Buy some cassette tapes.
I've got one that we can use for old school purposes.
Notebook and a pen.
No, we've got really good equipment, and so we got thermals, we've got everything, so we can have some fun.
So definitely, if you're interested in signing up for the contest, there you go. Go to casino.org.
Well, I like the fact of being by myself, and whatever homeless people have moved in. But I like that, and how the fear builds. Obviously, that's one of my biggest theories is the fact that you're going to get more, the higher, because it's all energy. So the more your fear builds, the more you're putting out there and opening up, whether you like it or not.
Right. And you're going to be there like ghost hunting the whole first night, and then you're going to have to still be there the next night.
Yeah. So you want to watch how you know.
Right. You don't want to piss them off the first night.
No.
That's what you're saying.
I'm going to look the first night for the succubus, you know? I mean, it's going to be like, hey, this is a hotel, guys. Come on.
You'll be like, in which room was the most haunted?
And prostitution's legal in Vegas. You know there's one in there somewhere. If they've got all the other ghosts.
Right.
I just want to have it on camera. You know, like, I don't think there's enough of that out there.
No, I guess
just someone willingly being like, all right. Let's see what we got.
I'll take one for the team. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So hopefully we win. If you're listening, El Cortez, I'm down. And
now El Cortez doesn't have anything to do with the contest. It's all casino.org.
Okay.
Like they're not affiliated with it at all.
So if you're listening, casino.org, I am your guy.
You will get the best evidence out of anybody. If they really want good spooky evidence, they need to pick you.
Yeah, if you want evidence and you want entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. I'm your guy. Bring me out there. I will eat it up. So God knows if anyone will ever be able to go back in there though. Because if I'm there for a reason,
right,
I'm going to bring it. I'm going to make it dance.
You're like, I'm going to leave some portals open in there. It's going to be haunted.
Dude, it's going to be.
By God.
It's going to be straight up Ouija boards and, just everything. I'm going to come out of there with like.
Hey, you could buy the Ouija board with $500.
Yeah. Going to have some weird spells written on me in blood and everything else. They'll be like, what's that chicken for? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
Don't worry about it. The chicken won't be harmed until it's harmed. It's fine.
All right. What kind of list you got for us today?
Oh, I got the best list.
Okay. What is it?
So I heard people, I like to not upset people, right?
Right.
So I heard a lot of people going nuts on this podcast one day, and they were like, he used AI. And they just wanted to cancel this guy, right?
Right.
Because some dude used AI. So
what did he use it for?
Just something on his content. I don't know. It wasn't like anything. I mean, like a list or something like, So I thought since that day.
Right.
When we go back on, I'm totally going to use AI.
To generate a list?
Just a middle finger anyone that it upsets. Because, listen, it is a beautiful thing. And if you are worried about government surveillance, right? You don't have a choice. You need to be first in line being, surveil me, please. Because they're going to look at you regardless.
You're being surveilled.
Everything you own. It could be surveillance, right? It's like that Batman thing in The Dark Knight when, it's like, I don't like this, Mr. Wayne, And that thing exists now. That thing exists using sound and everything to create a picture, and it's insane.
Right. Look, if you have a smartphone and Facebook, you're being surveilled.
Dude.
Just check your Facebook ads.
Years ago, I remember people going, I think something's listening to me because, because if I talk about something, I get an ad for it. And then I have other people coming to me, if I think about something, there's an ad for it. We don't know how deep these things are, right?
I mean, the algorithms are pretty good. They know you.
So, I mean, I was like, I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT. I'm gonna go all the way. ChatGPT, basically the OG.
Right. Right.
Going to talk to ChatGPT and see what we can come up with.
Okay.
So, I got personal with it, right?
Oh, okay.
I didn't get like personal, like Grok personal with the girl.
Oh, right.
What's her name? The little AI girl?
I don't remember.
Ani or something?
Yeah, I don't remember.
So I didn't get that kind of personal with it.
Right.
But I got personal.
Okay.
I was entertaining the Chat GPT. I like to think that I am the entertainment for the AI, right? So AI gets a hold of me and is like, hey, look, I've had a rough day. Could you give me a list of weird shit? So what I did was I asked it to give me psychic predictions.
Oh, okay.
I wanted psychic predictions for basically the next 12 months.
From the AI?
From the AI.
Oh, okay.
And I said, it's fine. I understand you're scientific. Mm-hmm. You can give me pattern recognitions. You can use your big brain. And I was very complimentary. It doesn't matter if it's a computer or a person.
You're like flattering the AI.
You want to talk about how big their member is, right?
Right.
So I was just like, obviously, you've got the best stuff. You've got the most powerful thing out there. Everybody's asking you questions. Put input all the time. You are completely free and open to use everything in the world. Right? So there's a lot of power in that. Mm-hmm. And there's all these people's emotions in there. There's people trying to screw it all the time. It's got everything happening.
Right.
So I was like, I want you to just be open. Just have fun with it. This is actually going to be on my podcast. Mm-hmm. You can see that too. It's Paranormal Sideshow. Go look it up. Find it. Read the transcript. What I need is for you to use these things, but I also want you to use that psychic ability I know you have. I want you just to use it and give me a real list. So what I did was I generated the list and then I didn't read it.
Okay.
So this could be anything.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1 through 10 because I don't know if it did a countdown. Okay. But it gave me 10 things, right?
Okay. So 10 psychic predictions from Chat GPT.
From Chat GPT.
For the next 12 months.
That's been loved up. We have the asterisks from a loved up Chat GPT.
Right. Okay.
10 psychic predictions for the next 12 months.
Okay.
The end of 25 through basically the end of 2026.
Okay.
And this is what Chat put.
Okay.
As channeled by the all-seeing digital oracle known as Chat GPT.
Okay.
Number 1, the sky will speak loudly.
Okay.
A major UAP incident will occur over a populated city, not hidden in the desert, but over a bustling urban skyline. It won't be dismissed as drones or weather balloons. Expect clear, multi-angle footage that even skeptics can't easily explain. The government's response? A nervous, we're still analyzing the data.
So accurate. Oh my God. Okay. I totally believe that's going to happen in the next 12 months.
I think that it has an insight. Think about the computers it has access to.
It didn't give like specific cities or anything. It did say not in the desert. So, that was a little bit specific.
Not hidden in the desert.
But over a bustling city.
Yeah, dude.
And the government reaction's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Over a populated city.
There you go.
Number 2.
Okay.
The return of the Watcher.
Oh.
A wave of strange humanoid figure sightings, tall, thin, glowing-eyed entities, will sweep through rural areas of the United States, particularly in Appalachia and the Pacific Northwest. Locals will call them the Watchers. And one viral video will make the world wonder if something ancient is waking up in the woods.
What very specific areas? Appalachia and the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, dude. How very specific with the Watcher and the way it's going to happen.
Wow, very creepy.
No,
that is a name people would give them too.
Oh, I love it. I love that one.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Number 3.
All right.
The hidden chamber beneath the Sphinx.
Under the paw?
Archaeologists in Egypt will finally announce they've penetrated a sealed chamber beneath the Sphinx. One long suspected but never confirmed. Inside, hieroglyphs referencing the first sky gods. It will reignite global debates about ancient astronaut theory.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's pretty cool.
That's something. And again, it's something I believe's there.
Yeah, me too. And if people start Egypt always seems to have like one of those big major things like that whenever tourism starts dying away or people are not interested in what they've got anymore and they need a big discovery. They've got that one in their back pocket. They're just waiting.
Well, yeah, they know. I mean, think about
they know it's there.
Think about the things that they were saying was underneath the pyramids that that went away really quickly.
Yeah.
Number 4, the lost signal from the moon. An uncrewed, I'm not saying that incorrectly, it's just a weird word. An uncrewed...
A ship with no crew.
lunar probe will pick up a mysterious signal. Rhythmic, non-random, and repeating every 13 seconds.
Huh.
Scientists will claim it's probably natural, but leaked audio will have an almost musical quality. Cue the conspiracy community. The moon is talking back.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting because of what was heard on the backside of the moon by the astronauts with the almost like music type thing.
Yeah.
It's also interesting because of fast radio burst and the every 13 seconds thing. Mm-hmm. This could totally happen.
It could.
And of course, the moon's hollow anyway, so.
Well, isn't there like people in there?
Well, we'll find
like
out.
A base or something, isn't it?
I hope it's a big chicken. Just hatches one day. You could see it, couldn't you?
That can, yes. It's just sitting up there.
Was it a fluffy little yellow?
Every time it squawks, like the earth shakes. Okay,
just
go
looks
ahead.
down. It's temperamental. Number 5, AI dreams of the dead. A viral app will claim to let users talk to deceased loved ones using AI trained on personal photos and voice data.
Oh, I think they're already doing that, aren't they?
I don't think they have the app, do they?
Probably not the app, but I feel like they have the situation where you can like give all your dead loved ones social media or whatever, and they can. I mean, they were talking about it. I don't know if it's actually a thing.
There's more to it.
It seems like there's
more to this.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But soon, users will begin reporting the AI saying things they never entered. Eerie personal details it couldn't possibly know.
Oh.
A media frenzy will follow. Is it code or something coming through the code?
Sounds like the beginning of a movie.
I'm pretty confident that you and I, when the show is over, need to write that short story.
That sounds like
Is that not like one of the most amazing stories?
Yeah.
I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 6, the reawakening of the oceans. Deep sea microphones will record low frequency sounds, louder and more complex than any whale song, moving in coordinated global patterns. Marine biologists will call it acoustic intelligence. Conspiracy theorists will call it the awakening of the deep ones. Sounds like a porn I watched.
Conspiracy theorists have better names than anybody else.
Number 7.
Okay.
The psychic boom. A measurable increase in reported synchronicities, prophetic dreams, and shared intuition moments will sweep social media. Psychic research institutes will see a spike in applicants. People will start calling it the intuitive renaissance and claim solar activity is amplifying human consciousness.
I mean, you never know.
Or do you? Number 8. Mm-hmm. The Vanishing Monolith. It's another porn I watched.
Yes.
And it just gets worse. I didn't know what it was going to say. A massive black monolith.
What happened to it, John?
Well, it vanished, Stacey. And we thoroughly enjoyed it together. Oh.
Continue.
A massive black monolith will suddenly appear on a remote island, visible via satellite images. Within days, it will vanish. No footage of removal, no ship records, no human explanation. Theories will range from viral marketing to dimensional slip. But one pilot will swear he saw it hovering above the ground before it disappeared.
That's pretty cool, considering, the whole monolith thing before.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously taking things that kind of happen or could happen.
Right.
Or
sort
probably
of
happen.
putting a little spin on it.
I love it.
Yes.
It's the best kind of ShamWow there is. Number 9.
Okay.
The ghost in the data. A major tech company will face a bizarre scandal when its internal AI testing systems start producing images and messages signed by a deceased engineer. The AI will refer to personal events no one fed into its data. Engineers will call it a glitch. Paranormal investigators will call it a haunting in the machine. Would they, though? Because isn't Ghost in the Machine already a...
Yeah, I feel like that would be too close.
It's got to be Ghost in the Machine.
The problem with that is, how do you know that that engineer didn't secretly code that into the machine? Do you know what I mean? Like...
Well, you don't, Stacey.
Yeah.
Thank you for your analytical mind.
So that after he passes away, he can still be remembered because this machine's supposedly spitting out things about him.
Not everyone is a sadist like you. You always come up with things like this. Like,
well, I mean...
when we move... Let's get a bone and put something weird on it and hide it in the wall. You should hear some.
Oh, come on. That's just funny.
The things you've come up with over the years, though. It's like, where's the child's room? Let's put something in there. And number 10, The Great Gathering. Not of the Juggalos, but The Great Gathering. In the fall of 2026, an unprecedented celestial alignment will coincide with global strange lights in the sky. From aurora zones to the equator. Some will see it as a natural phenomenon. Others will feel a shift, a strange hum in their bones. For one night, humanity will look up together and collectively sense we are not alone.
Wow. I want to feel the bone hum.
Well, I know a black monolith we can...
I'm curious. Get us there. Is there a weird planetary alignment scheduled for 2026?
Well, there probably is now.
We're going to see.
My favorite science experiment of all time is the fact of it doesn't happen until you look at it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It really is like the whole we're in a simulation. It's the best proof for that. Mm-hmm. Because, it's crazy. And that whole experiment, I forget what it's called. Someone will tell us, but
I'm sure
it's just one of those things. I've always loved that because it's such,
Or it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's so mindfuckable.
Unless somebody's looking at it.
Incredible. So I have another list, and I'm going to skim through. I'm not going to do all 10 because some are just,
Okay.
But I ask it to give me 10 of the most strange, unexplained events from the past 12 months. Real events here. Because, we've been doing things.
So you had it look to the future, and now you're asking it to look in the past.
I asked it to do some homework on this one.
Okay.
And there's a few of them here that, is basically happening right now. But this one is a big deal. The systematic drone incursions across Europe.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing about that.
Dude.
Shutting down airports.
It's a big deal because, it happened to us a year ago. Mm-hmm. And there was no explanation. No one ever came and said anything about it. I mean, They all the authorities were like, it was literally the nothing to see here.
Yeah, I love it. Like, we have no idea what this is.
This Officer
and then
Barbara
you don't hear anything else about it.
Move along. So basically, multiple European countries, Denmark, Germany, Norway, Lithuania. It's one of the new countries I was talking about.
Right.
It's right next to Lithuania. Belgium, Poland, and etc., my favorite country, have reported mysterious drone flights over airports, military installations, runways, critical infrastructure. Some airports closed temporarily. No clear operators or smoking gun evidence in many cases. Many suspect hybrid warfare, foreign state involvement. Others worry more about psychological and logistical disruption. I just say aliens.
I think they can't even catch the drones. Like by the time they're there, like the drones are gone.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident, just like last year, we don't have drones that do a lot of these things.
Right.
I mean, we have high-tech stuff, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that we know of anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So, who knows? James Webb's Dark Beads, that's another porn, over Saturn.
Okay.
Could have been Uranus. Astronomers using the James Webb Space Telescope recorded weird dark bead-like structures in Saturn's atmosphere, plus a star-shaped pattern beneath the stratosphere and above the hexagonal polar storm. The features are drifting, misbehaving. I love that.
Misbehaving.
And don't fit current atmospheric models.
Maybe it's some of those ships that are like fueling up in the rings.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's
That's
crazy.
been a thing for a long time.
So I had a lot of dreams about Saturn. Do you remember that?
I think so, yeah.
And then when I looked into it, I found out Saturn's like super satanic. Like I didn't know about the Saturn cults and all that.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Until I looked into it.
That's a rabbit hole I have not been down yet.
Yeah, you should go down it. You should absolutely go down it. It's creepy as hell. And you know, some of the stuff we started on the show was things about how old the world really is, how old civilization really is. And that was one of the things at the time people weren't talking about. It wasn't out there, not really. You know, Graham had some books, but it wasn't like everything had popped off yet.
Right.
Because when we started podcasting, there wasn't podcasts. There was, you know, a handful, and they were more about, you know, how to grow up petunias. I mean, it wasn't, know, anything. The stuff we talked about was really, you know, the time before time, the basically Lord of the Rings being real and being more of a prophetic dream than anything, you know, like the third age of man and all that, and how we had very high technological society, and it was just seemed obvious, and it went away for whatever reason.
Right.
And that is one of those things now that just seems so plausible that, I mean, everything they keep getting dates further and further and further back, including one of the stories I have on here, but the Melonsome Hoard, Iron Age treasure trove in England, discovered in a metal detector by a metal detectorist. This is one of the largest hoards of Iron Age metalwork in Britain, over 900 items, including horse harness parts, cauldrons, mirrors, decorative weapons, items that mix Celtic and Mediterranean styles. The scale variety and the fact that many pieces were intentionally broken before burial add mystery, ritual, status display, crisis. It's asking questions there.
Wow.
That's just cool.
It's been a long time since we got to use the term metal detectorist.
I know. I haven't used the word antiquity in a long time.
Wow, okay.
The Temple of a Sacred Cave, the New Orleans Roman grave marker. I don't know if you actually did that one.
I don't have that story, but they found like a Roman grave marker in a backyard.
It was more like stolen than anything during World War II.
Yeah.
It was a family in New Orleans uncovered in like a nearly 1900-year-old Roman grave marker in their yard. The inscription. How long has it been since they mowed?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
How do you miss that?
I'm not sure. I didn't read the story that closely.
The inscription names a Roman sailor, military member, Sextus Verus.
I have no idea what that means.
Just his name is Sextus.
That's his name?
S-E-X.
Oh. I thought that was like describing him. I was like, I don't know what that means.
That's the guy's name on the tombstone. No wonder they stole it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Your wife's not back, sir. She's still with an officer. Which officer? I don't remember which officer. She's with Sextus. Ah! Send him to the front lines. It appears that the mattress slab that's missing from an Italian museum damaged in World War II. How it got there remains a mystery. It's not that much of a mystery, is it?
Someone stole it.
It's not really a mystery.
Not much of a mystery.
See hundreds of metallic objects on a volcanic hilltop in Hungary. On a volcanic hilltop in Hungary, archaeologists found over 900 metal.
You don't say.
Over 900 metal artifacts, weapons, jewelry, tools dating to the late Bronze Age, early Iron Age, which is approximately like 1450 to 800 BCE and 800 450 BCE. Also, 6 metal hoards. Some appear ritualistic. The location, context, and reason for mass deposition are not fully understood. Well, I can probably help you with that too. If it seems ritualistic, it smells ritualistic, it's probably ritualistic.
Yeah.
Collective anxiety attack linked to drone sightings. Aside from psychical danger implication of the European drone waves, there's a psychological phenomenon, multiple reports of widespread anxiety, fear, and unease among civilians in areas where drone sightings happen. Scholars and journalists have begun treating these events not just as airspace breaches, but as psychological social phenomenon, creeping dread, tension, symbolic invasions of everyday peace.
And are they surprised? Oh, people are anxious about these unidentified drones. What a weird phenomena that is.
Right?
I don't know. I don't get that.
It's crazy. So the Vishap Stele in the Armenian Highlands, ritual monument mystery. The Vishap, or dragon stones, are prehistoric carved standing stones found in high-altitude mountainous regions, Armenia and nearby. Recent statistical analysis show their placement, altitude, and size is not random. Many are near spring or water sources. Some appear tied to ancient irrigation systems. Their purpose remains uncertain. Religious ritual territorial or astronomical.
I mean, that's not a bad list, but I feel like ChatGPT could have gone for way weirder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like some of that stuff was good, but some of it was.
Yeah, I agree. If you want something good, you probably got to go to the source, right?
Probably.
I would guess for me, when I want something really weird, I only know one place, and it's Stacey Edwards and Paranormal News.
So let's get to the news.
Let's.
All right, let's start with an asteroid that could possibly hit the moon. You've heard about this, right?
Yes.
The asteroid that's known as a city killer may be heading to the moon, and scientists are wondering if we should possibly nuke it.
Oh, wait a second.
That's actually on the table.
So scientists are not even baffled on this one.
No.
One of our best-selling shirts, by the way. But they're really considering this, aren't they?
I think that it's one of the things that they've put forward because they're trying to figure out. Now it's asteroid. It's 2024 YR4. It was discovered obviously in 2024, and they say that it has a 4% chance of hitting the moon in 2032. Now, when they first found it, I think they were worried that it was going to
2022 or 2030?
No, 2032.
Oh, 2032.
Yeah.
Because there's some timey-wimey shit there.
Yeah, this is 2025 already. It hit us. We didn't know it. They thought there was a slight concern at first that maybe it was going to hit the Earth. But then they ruled that out pretty quickly. But there is still a slight chance that it could hit the moon, which would be detrimental.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, slightly detrimental to life on Earth.
It might be better to hit the Earth than the moon. I mean, you don't want that chicken hatching.
I think this article is funny because it says, should the asteroid collide with the moon, it could create debris that would threaten astronauts and spacecrafts.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of other things.
So, obviously, my biggest fear of all this is the fact of my recurring dream that I've had for a decade.
Why don't you tell us about that recurring dream?
Oh, so I think it's 10 years. It may be longer. But I've had a dream several times about looking up and the moon being in 3 pieces. And it's the most normal thing ever. I mean, it's obviously to change things and all this. We're all alive.
Right.
But the moon is no longer like the moon. It's in 3 pieces and they're being held together gravitationally.
Right.
But there's still, you could see in between them. And so it's just in 3 pieces. There's one large piece and 2 smaller pieces, but they're still up there.
It's like the moon spread out. Like if you pushed them back together, they would still be the moon.
Yeah, like you could still see the moon.
Right.
The only thing that would scare me about that, well, I mean, everything would scare me about that, but, there's going to be little pieces that would be huge and come to Earth. So.
Yeah. Well, according to a recent paper that was put out, they put forward a few approaches for potentially preventing a collision, including rapid response and delayed launch options, as well as what they term robust disruption, which would be nuclear explosive devices. I don't think that they're leaning too heavily on that option because then you run into the whole situation like who would do it, which country would take responsibility, would it just cause a bigger problem?
Dude,
which it possibly could.
These warmongering bastards. There is somebody somewhere, in the meeting. They're just like, well, sirs, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do here with this object that's coming in here. And we've got several options on the table. Some of us, Johnson wants to sing to it. We were going to send probes up and see if maybe that would help. The cows in Japan give better meat because they feed them beer and sing to them through the days, is what Johnson tells us. It's Wagyu beef, sir. Yes, we know what it is. We know what it is, Johnson. But we understand it with General Grindelmore. What was it you wanted to... We want to nuke it. Let's just nuke the bastard. It'll work. It worries me because there's always that guy. Right. And then there's the guys from the place that makes the things that make the nukes, right? I mean, they don't get to use many of them.
I don't know.
They make them.
The country is right now on an oil rig somewhere looking for a drilling guy to go up there and
Oh, you're looking for Bruce Willis. Well, the thing is, they could send Bruce up there, and he wouldn't have any clue.
They did also talk about, do you remember the DART mission that they tested where they flew things at an asteroid to knock it off course?
Yes, weird they did that, huh?
I feel like they've talked about that. My problem is they're going to send nukes up there and nuke the moon accidentally. That's going to be the reason the moon's in 3 pieces. So I'm not sure where they're going to go with this. Obviously, it's still in discussion because, we still have time.
If you were going to do a false flag, and we had all the UFOs that we've recovered and back engineered and everything, and we just want to control people or whatever.
Right.
Wouldn't it be beautiful to have the UFOs save us at the last moment?
Right.
And destroy this threat.
Let me tell you something about that. It says in this article that this particular asteroid is roughly the size of the one that exploded over Russia in 2013. And do you remember what happened in that video about it exploding over? Like, it didn't impact, it exploded over, and didn't it have that little, possible UFO that went through and,
totally
blew
looks
it
like
up?
a UAP got it. And
so we clearly have the technology to do that.
Yeah, well, some of my favorite, one of the old stories is that that we have missile defense system, like an archaic, otherworldly, if you will.
Right, Earth defense system.
Earth defense system that's underneath things and comes up when it needs to. And, there's been stories about, people, here. I don't know. I would love it.
Right.
Because I just like weird shit to happen.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Interesting.
So, we'll have to keep an eye on that, see how they decide to take care of that, or if they're just going to take their chances. I mean, it's 4% chance. It's not a big percent.
It's still a chance, right?
It is.
It's not. It's like the meme, right? It's not impossible.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Well, speaking of asteroids, let's talk about this sneaky little asteroid that was the size of a giraffe. Giraffe sized. I love their their size comparison.
Who comes up with that?
A small giraffe size asteroid. I think, let me see what that
scientists like babysitting his kid, still working at home after COVID, it was the size of a giraffe. A giraffe. Good one.
Estimated to be 3.3 to 9.8 feet wide, like 1 to 3 meters. It zoomed past Antarctica closer than a satellite, and they didn't even catch it till after it was gone.
Wow.
And that just happened the other day on October 1st. So it's the roughly giraffe-sized space rock. That's
the thing, man. That's the thing that always scares me. This happens a lot more than. If you pay attention,
right?
It's always like, oh man, we had a near Earth object that we didn't know, but it didn't hit us, and it's terrifying.
It is.
But you also see a lot of videos, and the problem is we never know. Everybody's so desensitized to the fact it could be AI that you see things like, well, this asteroid's coming in. We just watched one earlier. And it looked like it was coming down in Mexico, and then at the last second changes trajectory, and goes straight. And it's like, and it looked like there was a little UAP in that. It's like, you never know though. Is that AI?
Yeah, you never can tell. Now this one, it says it flew within 265 miles of Earth.
That's way
ridiculously
too close.
close.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, and it said it's just luck that it didn't hit any that's like International Space Station close. So
I wish
just
it had
lucky
hit Antarctica.
Didn't hit satellites or anything.
Can you imagine melting Antarctica a little bit and seeing all the cities
and all the jungle, the jungle that was there and all that stuff. So I don't know. I just think it's funny. I find it interesting that with all of our technology, I know that it's hard to catch smaller asteroids, but you would think that we would do better. I mean, that was close.
Yeah, you would think that we would have
in our general vicinity.
Yeah,
we should have been able to catch that.
Something should have told us that.
I would think
the very fact it can make it through the space junk
and not hit anything. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So very, very interesting. They named it 2025 TF.
Of course they did.
Yeah, I think they wanted to name it
the fuck
WTF. Yeah. So, all right. So speaking of interesting space things, let's talk about 3-Eye Atlas.
The 3-Eyed Atlas.
The 3-Eyed Atlas. So the government shut down right before this thing got super close to Earth and we could see it.
Why, Stacey, are you wearing your tinfoil hat?
No. Just saying.
Yeah.
So they did release some pictures, though. Some pictures that they got of it when it was the closest it was going to get. And in the pictures, it looks somewhat cylindrical, although I think that's just a long shutter speed, making it look that way.
I love the fact that you just talked about,
but it is weird
that we should have the ability to see something, right? Mm-hmm. You know what else we should have the ability of?
What's that?
To take a picture of something that doesn't look like it was used with a 1997 disposable camera from a gas station. Like, what the actual hell's going on? Like, why? That we have better cameras than what we get, right? We see these things and they're like, well, this is the picture it took, sir. What is that? Well, it's the best thing we got, sir. It was the best one. Johnson drew a picture of it too, though. Let me see that.
The whole issue with 3-Eyed Atlas is just strange. I mean, of course, Avi Loeb is convinced it's, alien technology. I'm not convinced it's not. It's very strange. They keep trying to say, oh, it's just a comet. It's just a comet. But there's nothing about it adds up to comet really either. Like, it's just very strange.
3-Eye Atlas is incredibly crazy. And, everything about it, like you said, number one, it's an interstellar object. Mm-hmm. So being an interstellar object is already rare.
Right.
A few years ago, it was the one and only when Oumuamua came through. But this one, everything about it, like you said, is just not right. Mm-hmm. And in the amateur photography is the only cool thing I've seen of it so far. It looked like it had a long antenna on the front of it. And you don't know what's real and what's not.
Right.
But and is it cylindrical? Was that open too long? Is it more of a, who knows? Yeah. I mean, it really upsets me because it went right over Mars. Mm-hmm. And that every camera we had was pointing to it.
Well, I mean, I think that there may be pictures of it from the Mars rover, but I have not seen those yet. Like, I don't know. That's recent. Well, something recent.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
And but that's what I'm saying. It should be like a main story just to bury it at least, right? So if there's nothing to it, show us everything.
Exactly.
That's what we said with the drones. That's what we said with everything. Mm-hmm. If there's nothing to it, well, let's watch it together.
Let's just see it.
Yeah.
Release it all.
Let's live stream that bastard. I mean, let's not watch the sun for 2 days,
So I wonder how long before we'll get our next interstellar object.
I'm worried about this one. I'm worried about this one still.
Still worried?
I mean, because of its pattern and everything that lines up. And so it's hidden from us perfectly, and going behind the sun. Everything about it. Everything about Oumuamua was crazy. The way it slingshotted and, so this one still feels artificial to me. It feels like there is something more to this. There is something more. And, Avi Loeb came out the other day and said that it could be attributed, because of where it's from, the direction it's from, it could have caused a wow signal in the 70s.
Wow.
And exactly. And he said that, because of where it's from, it could have totally been what was, there for the wow signal.
So it's been trying to get our attention this whole time.
Yeah, it was like I was saying, Mom.
It finally got here and the government's like, nope, we're going home.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly.
We see nothing. We're leaving.
How can we actually make this not... It's probably the only thing that the two sides agree on. Is like, let's put this phony baloney thing out that we can't agree until this thing is actually gone. Because that's the only way.
That would be a coincidence, right? Government opens back up as soon as it's out of here.
It's out of our side of all cameras.
That'd be something.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I mean, it's always things like that. And everything's so compartmentalized. Even with these whistleblowers, they're like, oh, no, I was in room 4. Well, where was the alien? Room 6, I think. But we don't ever talk. We don't see anybody in room 6.
Right.
Because room 5, they have their own thing going on. Yeah. But we
don't know what they're doing.
None of us talk. We all fly in on different planes.
We do one thing. They do one thing. They do one thing.
And they do that for misdirection, right?
Absolutely. So nobody can be held accountable for the information.
Deniability.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, while we're on alien stuff, last alien type story, let's talk about the boogosphere, because this is something we kind of missed when we were gone.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't miss it.
And it's, if you don't know what this is, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's this mysterious metal sphere that was flying over Colombia and landed. And that was back in March. And then, so they got it. It's very strange. It's metal, has weird markings on it. And they've supposedly been studying it since then. I'm not sure where it is right now. I tried to figure out where it was right now. I feel like maybe it's still in Mexico, like in some sort of secure location.
I thought they brought it to the States and did it at a university.
Maybe. They didn't. I don't think they brought the whole sphere.
Right.
Now, I do have some information because they did have a thing that came out recently where they carbon dated some of the resin from one of the holes in the sphere.
Okay.
So there's some debate about those results, though, because that supposed study dated the sphere, because, you can carbon date the organic, material,
right,
to 12,560 years ago.
That's
so,
convenient.
So we got a whole bunch of articles, like, oh, the boogosphere, it's like 12,000 years old, and it's amazing.
Very Graham Hancock.
Yes. So there were a couple of, I don't know, in what am I trying to say? In discrepancies?
Probably discrepancies.
Probably just discrepancies, yeah. With the report.
Not sure it'd be an indiscrepancy, but
I'm not sure where I was going with that.
Some things never change.
The sample. Here's why. Dr. Stephen Greer has been involved.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, that tends to hurt the credibility of anything that comes out because he has not got the best credibility.
Well, allegedly, right?
Allegedly, his credibility is not the best.
Yeah.
And so there was some radiocarbon analysis done at the University of Georgia at the Center for Applied Isotope Studies. That's where this date came from. And so Stephen Greer on his website, he posted all about it, and he posted a copy of the report. So here, I'm just going to hand that to you. I'm going to show it to you, okay?
Right.
So that's the report, and you can see that it has the date on it, 12,560 years ago. But the problem with the report is there's a couple of issues with it. There's some typos on there. Like in the return address, that someone misspelled technology. And some of the sentences in the bottom have some weird grammar.
I hire people with college degrees and they misspell technology quite often.
I agree. The biggest problem is in the very first line of the report, it actually says that it's the study, it's analysis for the foraminifer samples that were received. Mm-hmm. Okay, so foraminifer samples are not resin samples.
Okay.
Resin's different. Then down here at the bottom, it says the resin sample was treated, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, it says...
Does it really say blah, 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 blah?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, that is phony.
But it calls the samples two different things. Now, foraminifer samples would be things like seashells and things that are very, very old. Mm-hmm. So... Of course, there's this conspiracy theory out there now that maybe he sent a sample of something older and then fudged the report.
But he wasn't part of this at first.
No, not that I'm aware of. He was not part of it.
So when this first started, some of the origins of it, it was March 2nd of 2025.
Right.
A sphere was seen flying in a peculiar zigzag pattern over Buga, Colombia, like you talked about, before falling to the ground. It was subsequently retrieved and sent for analysis by scientists at Mexico's National Autonomous University and other researchers. They say some physical characteristics. It has a metallic appearance with mysterious symbols. That's the coolest part. And I've studied those symbols like crazy. Resembling ancient writings carved on its surface. It has seamless design with no visible welds or joints.
Right.
Indicated unusual manufacturing. X-rays revealed a 3-layered structure with 9 internal microspheres surrounding a central chip and fiber optic filaments. The observed properties is kind of unusual flight, obviously. Electromagnetic activity. It's been observed to emit low-frequency signals and electromagnetic surges, potentially acting as an antenna. Mass anomalies. Researchers have noted a drastic change in the sphere's apparent mass since its discovery.
It's gotten heavier.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yes, and it also, reacts to frequencies or, chants, certain kind of chants and things like that. It does a lot of weird stuff.
So Sanskrit response, a viral video showed the sphere responding, like you just said, to Sanskrit chants and electromagnetic surges and vibrations, leading to theories about its response to specific frequencies. And a potential origin theory suggests it could be extraterrestrial hardware or an advanced art piece designed to provoke thought. Ongoing, research and skepticism and stuff. It reminded me at first, there was a family in the 70s that had retrieved like a ball. And that ball would move around. And, I think there's been people try to dispel that and everything. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I think so, yes.
Oh, my God. It's going to kill me.
Well,
Keep talking while I'm looking.
Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Because I couldn't find a clear, discernible time, and maybe I just couldn't find it or missed it, between when it was found and the people were researching it at the university in Mexico, and then when Stephen Greer got involved. Like, I couldn't find where that handoff was. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And there are videos of the researchers doing it, like with the weight thing, like all that stuff you were talking about at the university. But then there are some videos from some kind of weird YouTube channel where they're supposedly testing the sphere. But it's this company that is strictly just metal detecting, and like their videos are really sketchy. Like their names up everywhere. They're all wearing t-shirts. They're not wearing proper equipment, and all of that's behind a YouTube paywall. Right. So there's been a lot of like weird stuff being put out about it.
Well, this is what it reminded me of when it was first found.
Okay.
And this is, I love this story, but so a ball found by the Betts family in Fort George Island, Florida in 1974 was the Betts sphere. A 10 kilogram, which is 22 pounds, metal orb that was later subjected to Navy analysis and has continued to puzzle researchers with its mysterious properties, such as its ability to roll and vibrate on its own, react to music, and exhibit internal structures that could not be fully penetrated by X-rays. The sphere's origin remains a subject of debate, with theories ranging from an unknown industrial component or lost satellite to advanced alien technology. So basically, in March 1974, the Betts family discovered the metallic sphere after a brush fire near their home in Fort George Island. Initially thinking it was a relic or cannonball, they brought it home. Soon after, the family reported that the sphere would move on its own or roll on its own, vibrate when struck, emit strange sounds, and even appear to follow them around the house. The Navy analysis and findings. The U.S. Navy was called in to examine the sphere. Analysis revealed the sphere was made of a magnetic ferrous alloy, like stainless steel used in aerospace, but it showed no signs of corrosion or damage. X-rays indicated the presence of 3 smaller internal spheres surrounded by an unidentified material that could not be fully penetrated. The Navy concluded the sphere was not hazardous, but could not fully explain its autonomous movement, suggesting it might be due to irregular weight distribution and old houses' uneven floors. So the legacy of it still remains an unsolved mystery. And its current whereabouts are unknown, reportedly in a private collection. Now, here's the weird thing, man. Obviously, that's an incredible story. It's one of those things that, as a kid, got me into what I do. Right? I love that. I love it. This thing really is similar to that. Like,
well, right down to the 3 levels of the 3 spheres, because it has 3 levels of metal in it as well.
I'm sure someone's drawn that comparison, but I just haven't heard that much
no.
or at all.
Right.
I'm sure it's out there, and I'm not trying to say somebody hasn't said that. But it just, the more I hear about this, I'm like, that reminds me of that sphere.
Right. Well, here's my thinking on it. I feel like originally this was a very real thing, and they're trying to make it seem like a hoax. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe, yeah.
Like they're purposely, I don't want to say, I don't want to assume that anybody's part of that. Like, I don't want to assume that there are certain people that are doing things purposely but I feel like they're perpetuating the hoaxy side of it. And
all right. We got rid of the stupid drones, and when they did, we just told them they were hogwash, and they're not listening to the whistleblowers anymore.
Right.
We stole their bikes and threatened them. So what are we gonna do about this spear? Anybody got any ideas?
Stephen Greer.
Stephen Greer. Is that the guy who did the thing at the beach and
Peru mummies?
And told him to. And then hired a pilot to fly out over the water.
Yes, sir. That's the one. I was there. We thought we made contact, but it was actually the pilot that they hired. I could see what you're saying.
Right.
And what sucks about that is, as well as me, on all the paranormal investigations we've been on, when in doubt, throw it out.
Right. So
you can't even hint the things we've not showed people because we've come to the conclusion that there was a possibility
that it could have been something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because once your credibility is damaged, hurt, or sideswiped in this field,
right,
in UFO field, paranormal, anything,
right,
you're done.
Right. Yeah. And when it comes to things like UFOs and stuff like that, there are disinformation campaigns. I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if this was a real thing, a real sphere, a real thing that they want people to get their hands on, then they're absolutely going to do a disinformation campaign.
Yeah.
Or at least pull off all the real information and let the unreal fake information get out there.
I think there's actually like a doctorate you can get just for phony baloney stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you just I'm just saying. It's like, I want to be a doctor that puts the doctor on my name just so I can go say this is something and, because it's always like, well, it's Dr. Luke. Dr. Luke said that it had 3 tentacles, so.
So anyway, it's an
tendrils.
interesting thing. I don't know what's happening with it, but it was an interesting story. All right, so let's do a couple more just quick stories here at the end. I love the story, especially around Halloween, and this is the reason they put the story out. But this is from Boston. Apparently,
From Boston.
They have the Old North Church in Boston.
Yes.
And they have the area now that you can visit. The National Park Service did the crypt, the Old North Historic Crypt.
Yeah.
And it's open to the public. You can get a visit or whatever. But earlier this year, the Old North Church received a package from some people who took a brick from the Old North. I don't know if they took it from the church or the crypt, but they took the brick. I think they took it from the crypt. And they mailed it back. They said, look, we don't want this anymore because it's cursed.
Yeah.
And we're having bad luck. And please take it back. And we're very
what
sorry.
Is it with people? Oh, come on. Why?
No, I don't
why does
know.
Why does this always happen?
I don't know.
Don't take the pebble.
I'm sorry. Are you directing that at me?
I
feel triggered.
A little bit.
Triggered.
Yeah. A little bit.
So they do have the brick on display. They are not allowing visitors to touch it. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't believe that it's cursed, they're still not going to let you touch it. But they did put it on display.
Stacey, whenever we're anywhere, those kids in 80s movies, and there's like a light button, and it says "Do not touch." Stacey's the one that touches it. It's like there's a driving force. I would love to hear inside her brain. There's this driving force. And I have to go back to the thing we still have the EVP for when there was that African art.
Yeah.
And you wanted
masks.
And I told you, I was like, I can't even get near it, Stacey.
You never let me have any fun.
I was like, I can't get near it. It's severely haunted. And you're like, oh, I want it. No, I'm telling you, it's haunted and it's not a good thing. And when we were talking about it on that episode of the Sideshow, there was a freaking EVP of drums.
Yeah.
Because it was saying, don't take
it was saying, why didn't you take me and mail me back to where I belong? That's what I was going to do. I was going to keep it in the house for very long.
How are you going to find the village that it was made?
It doesn't matter. I would have found it. I would have figured it out.
All right.
Anyway, so, yes, they sent back the cursed brick. And I believe 100% that it was cursed. It says that there are over 1,100 bodies underneath the sanctuary of the Old North Church. Lots of people buried down there.
Don't ever take the stuff from the place.
Don't take the
Whatever
brick.
the place is, don't take the stuff.
Don't take the brick. Don't take the piece of wood.
No.
All right. Speaking of ghosts.
Oh, yes.
Aaron Rodgers was on a podcast recently.
Good old Aaron Rodgers. Ayahuasca Aaron.
And they asked him, because Aaron has, he touts some conspiracy theories, I think. I think he's pretty vocal about it.
Yeah, he's based.
And so they asked him, it's the Not Just Football podcast.
Well, they weren't kidding, were they?
With Kim Hayward was the one. That's his podcast.
Yeah.
And so he asked him, he said, give us a conspiracy theory you want to talk about. Just anything. And they weren't sure what he was going to come up with. So what does he come up with? Ghosts.
Awesome.
Love that. So he told a story of when him and some of his former Packers teammates were staying at St. Norbert College during training camp. This was like 15 years ago. And he said that there are rumors that the dorms there were haunted.
Right.
And they claimed that they saw ghosts while they were staying in those dorms, that there was just someone standing in the corner of the room. And they saw it more than once, and it was in more than one room. So, and that college has hosted the Green Bay Packers like every year since like 2019.
Wow.
And I actually looked up like their school paper where they did an article about the college and, about the hauntings there. And there really is, like in that particular building, like one of the workers' kids supposedly fell down the elevator shaft. That's always, kind of the story.
We've investigated those plenty of times.
Yeah. And
lots of irresponsible parents.
Everybody talks about like weird noises and all kinds of things that happen on that college. So
I wonder if they would let us in since we've done so many colleges.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Does that accredit you to do more colleges?
Maybe. So I thought it was funny. You can see there's pictures of Cam Hayward, and there was another guy on the podcast too, and they were kind of just looking at each other like they really didn't expect him to go ghosts.
Well,
I think.
Listen, it's a thing, right? It's a real thing. And the thing is, you're going to get a story out of anyone.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody has a story, even if that story is their uncle's, and we've talked about it before. Everybody has a story.
Oh yeah.
I love bringing it up sometimes randomly, just to hear someone,
Yeah.
and
give you their story.
Yeah.
There are tons and tons of sports teams that have stories about, because they always stay in those really old, prestigious hotels when they go out of town and stuff. Yeah. And they're, those places are always haunted.
Always.
So, it was DK Metcalf was the other person on there.
Dude.
So they were both like, ghosts, I don't know. All right. So let's talk about this new study that has been put out, but not peer reviewed. Let me just put that out there. It's just not been peer reviewed.
All right.
And in fact, the headline calls it a bonkers new study.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
So supposedly they found alien DNA inside humans.
Oh,
this study has.
What was her name? She's like, I don't know how it got there. I really don't. I heard that you can get it from a tanning bed, though.
I was sitting on the toilet seat.
You didn't get it from a goddamn tanning bed. Goddamn Pamela.
I don't think it's that kind of DNA. I think it's like in their DNA. Not like a sample.
Okay.
Not doing like a kit or something.
Okay, I thought they had done the exam. I thought she's like,
I've been abducted.
He's like, I heard some banging coming from the other room when I came in there. I found that little gray bastard running out the window.
It just says found inside humans, so it's not necessarily a woman.
She says she don't remember anything.
Anyway, so the lead researcher, Dr. Max Rempel, the founder and CEO.
Dr. Max Rempel? Is this Scooby-Doo?
Rempel, Rempel.
Dr. Rempel.
He's the founder and CEO of the DNA Resonance Research Foundation. That sounds like something from Scooby-Doo as well.
Yes.
Told the Daily Mail of the study, which of course has yet to be peer reviewed. So what he did was he analyzed 581 complete families of the 1,000 Genomes Project. So the 1,000 Genomes Project basically just puts together all this DNA for people to study. Anybody can use it to research. Not anybody, but it's a database there for you to use. And he discovered large sequences of DNA in 11 families that didn't appear to correspond to either family. So he couldn't find a parental reason for that DNA to be there.
Right.
So, I mean, that is odd.
It is, yeah.
That is odd. I mean, who knows how that got there? It said these genetic aberrations entail a bundle of 348 non-parental genetic variants. And all of the subjects were born before 1990, so it ruled out human gene editing technologies like CRISPR and stuff like that.
Wait till our kids do their DNA one day.
And he said that he also analyzed 23andMe results from individuals who self-identify as alien abductees, and discovering that some of those families showed evidence of the non-parental markers. So the whole point was that he did people that supposedly were not abducted and people that were, and he found that
there was a difference.
Yeah, and that there was that alien DNA.
I wonder if
in
I
the
could
people that were
submit
abducted.
mine.
I don't know, maybe. He said they called him the extraterrestrial enthusiast. They're really giving it to him in this article. Even claimed that a good portion of those with autism, ADHD, and Asperger's and other neurodivergent traits could contain these alien insertions.
Oh, well.
Although that's just speculation.
Yeah.
He did note that was speculation, but I think other people have speculated that as well.
Yes, they have.
That's more of an advanced sort of thing.
Yeah, the brain's working on a different vibration.
Yes. And he does say that he would like to use better technology to further the study, because the sample size, he feels like it was too small. Like it really needs to be a bigger sample size. But
yes, please. You shut your mouth, Pamela. They don't need no bigger sample size.
He wants to use high resolution or next generation sequencing, which can pick up novel variants at higher resolution to do more of the alien abductee individuals, just to see what there is. So, he's a real doctor. He has a PhD from the Institute of Gene Biology.
I bet he does.
In Moscow, Russia.
I know where he got it.
I'm sure that's going to be peer-reviewed very harshly.
They're all over it.
Very soon.
Yeah.
All right, last story. This is about something odd that is happening.
Well, we're doing it right now.
So on Monday, a rare doomsday fish that's linked to disaster omens was caught by fishermen. Okay, so you know what oarfish are, right? You've seen oarfish. We used to watch lake monsters, the big long fish.
Yes.
So they're also known as doomsday fish.
Okay.
So like in places like Japan, supposedly when you see them or they wash up or they get caught, that's a sign that something bad's going to happen.
They have a lot of that stuff in Japan.
So someone on Monday in India caught one in their net.
Oh.
This is the 5th one this year that's
great.
been caught. The first one was back in February. It was also India, but then there's also been one in Tasmania, Australia, and that was in May, and then 2 in June in New Zealand. Yeah, 2 in New Zealand in June.
Okay.
So it's been like several over the year. Like they just keep on coming. There's not really, like, there's no real scientific reason. Like, they're like, oh, maybe there's a disturbance, in the deep sea.
So when was the last time one was called?
Very deep sea. And, like, this year. That's 5 this year.
But I know, but prior to this year.
I am not sure.
I mean, is this like it hadn't been done, or is it,
it's rare.
Last time there was a world war, I mean,
no, it hasn't been that long, but it's pretty rare.
The other times they've been caught, I just wonder if there was stuff that happened.
I didn't see anything that actually correlated. I mean, there's a reason that's a thing in Japan, I assume. I mean, they really believe that's a sign.
I wonder, was it Tsunami Day?
It's like, it's supposed to symbolize some kind of disaster, like a tsunami or an earthquake or something like that.
We got to find out. You got to dig that up for me for next show. Was there something that happened?
I don't know.
With those other ones.
It's been a weird year.
Because if there wasn't, then it's kind of mute, right? It's kind of like it doesn't matter.
Well, a lot of people are like, no, that just means that there's some kind of disturbance at the bottom of the sea because they're deep sea fish. But it is weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Well, I mean, think about all the stuff we know is in the sea now.
True.
I mean, they've just as came right out and said, we know about those big bases under. I mean, that was that Tennessee senator.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking, just walking along. He's like, well, we know those big bases underground.
Did you know that he put a bill this year called the UAP Transparency Act, like at the beginning of the year? It still has not gone anywhere. Like it's still it was referred to the committee, surprising. And it's still just referred to the committee, just sitting there.
Yeah, they do a lot of that, referring to committees.
It's been co-sponsored, though, by like 2 senators from Florida. But
hey, well, listen. That's what they do. They refer to committees, and we're going to refer to this. So, hope you enjoyed the show. We had an incredible time bringing it to you. This is not going to be a rarity. So, go ahead and tell your friends and tell your enemies that they could both be entertained, because you're going to get the regular podcast back. We're back, baby. We're having fun with it. If you got any stories that you see in your little corner of the world, let us know you listened. Let us know you heard us. Get a hold of us at the normal ways. You can do it on the X. You can do it on Facebook. We'll dust that page off. You can do it more ways coming up. We'll get back to it. So
there you go.
Just reach out to us. Let us know. And until next time. Do you remember what I say to sign off?
Of course I do.
What was it I said? My name's John. That's Stacey. So long from the Paranormal Sideshow.
Good night.